Okay, so here I want to give you some extra practice writing Java classes. So here what I've got is a main method. It has 3 lines in it, and I've noted that system.out.println C1, that's going to print the string hi. I've also drawn the CS60 style memory model, and that's on the top. And from this, you should be able to figure out what classes must exist, what instance variables must exist, and at least one method that you can infer must exist. You can pause it here, or on the next slide, I'll present some hints. But maybe try and get started before you watch those hints. Okay, if you didn't want to see the hints, rewind, but otherwise just pause it here so you can read these hints. And I'll talk through the solution, but really you won't get anything out of this unless you try it yourself and then you can check your answer. Okay, so I have the picture still up on the top right, and then I've got the main method down on the bottom. Each of my circle objects, and I can see they're circle objects because I wrote the name of the class there, so I must have a public class circle. These 3 things are instance variables. We always list the instance variables inside the object. So those must be my instance variables. Those go outside of any of the methods. And then I see that they've got decimals in there. And so my guess here is that I'm using doubles. I'd make them private because no one outside the class needs access to them. I could see in the main method that I had 2 different constructor calls. Remember, a constructor is a method with the same name as the name of the class, and we call it using the keyword new. One took no arguments, and one took 3 probably double arguments. So the one that took no arguments, that created C1, and we can see that C1, that circle object, here's what values those various instance variables get set to, and so inside the constructor, I need to set them to those values. In the creation of C2, I gave it explicit values, and then we see those explicit values show up in the circle object. So there, we're just taking the inputs and setting them for each of the values. Last, I said that system.out.println of C1 was going to print hi. Remember, system.out.println calls a method toString on any objects that we pass in. So since C1 is a circle object, we needed to write our own toString method that would would return hi so that it could get printed by system.out.println. Feel free to post any questions you've got.